Most people think freeze-dried food is all the same, but the truth is shocking. Some items can sit on a shelf for decades, while others go bad in just a few years, even if they're vacuum sealed. The market is flooded with gimmicky freeze-dried emergency meals that are overpriced, low in nutrition, and not worth your storage space. Meanwhile, there are lesser-known options that not only last longer, but also deliver far more nutrients per serving. If you're stocking up for emergencies, relying on popular freeze-dried buckets or MREs could leave you high and dry. You need to know which foods truly survive the test of time, without refrigeration, and which ones are secretly wasting your money. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know the top 7 freeze-dried foods that last the longest, including one item that can stay edible for over 30 years. Freeze-dried foods are often sold as the ultimate survival solution, but the reality is far more complicated. Not every product labeled long-lasting will actually stand the test of time. Some lose flavor, some lose nutrients, and some spoil far sooner than their packaging claims. The problem is, most people just follow the hype. They stock the same freeze-dried buckets everyone else is buying, only to find that months or years later, the food isn't as reliable as they thought. The truth is, building a dependable freeze-dried food supply doesn't require emptying your wallet or buying every trendy prepper kit on the market. It's about knowing which foods have been tested for longevity, which retain their nutrition over time, and which are versatile enough to feed your family in multiple ways. These are the foods that won't just sit on a shelf. They will remain a valuable source of calories, protein, and essential nutrients when power is out. Shelves are bare or emergencies stretch on longer than expected. By focusing on the right freeze-dried foods, you can create a stockpile that works. Not one that looks impressive in photos, but fails when it matters most. You'll learn which items offer maximum shelf life, which maintain flavor, and which provide real nutrition without the gimmicks. Some of these foods are surprising, overlooked in typical prepper lists, and surprisingly affordable compared to the flashy tactical meals that dominate the market. If you're serious about preparation, this video will show you how to prioritize your freeze-dried food choices so that your stockpile is not just a collection of cans and pouches, but a practical, reliable, and long-lasting source of sustenance. By the end, you'll understand the foods that will truly last decades on the shelf, keeping you and your family safe, well-fed, and ready for anything. Item 1. Freeze-dried vegetables, the unsung shelf-stable powerhouse. Freeze-dried vegetables are one of the most overlooked yet essential staples for any survival stockpile. While most people gravitate toward meats, grains, and calorie-dense snacks, these humble vegetables provide crucial nutrition that can make a massive difference during prolonged emergencies. The beauty of freeze-dried vegetables lies in their longevity. Properly stored in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers, they can last 20 to 30 years or more without refrigeration, far outlasting canned goods that may lose flavor or nutritional value after just a few years. This long shelf life makes them an ideal backbone for a prepper pantry, providing essential vitamins and minerals when fresh produce is unavailable. From a nutritional standpoint, freeze-dried vegetables are unmatched. Unlike traditional canned vegetables, the freeze-drying process preserves nearly all the natural vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Leafy greens like spinach and kale retain their vitamin K and iron content, while carrots and peppers maintain beta-carotene and vitamin C. These nutrients are not just nice-to-have extras, they play a critical role in immune function, energy production, and overall health, especially during stressful situations when the body's needs are higher. Fiber content is also retained, helping maintain healthy digestion when rations are limited and meals become repetitive. Beyond nutrition, freeze-dried vegetables are incredibly versatile. They can be rehydrated in soups, stews, and casseroles, added directly to rice or pasta dishes, or even consumed as crunchy snacks without water. This flexibility is invaluable in survival scenarios where cooking resources may be scarce or unreliable. Unlike fresh vegetables, which spoil in days, or canned vegetables, which take up much more space, freeze-dried vegetables allow you to add color, flavor, and variety to your meals without worrying about rapid spoilage. Preppers who ignore vegetables risk creating a stockpile heavy on calories but lacking the micronutrients essential for long-term health. Practicality and cost efficiency make freeze-dried vegetables even more attractive. They are lightweight, easy to store, and space-efficient, perfect for secondary caches or small apartments. Buying in bulk from trusted suppliers can dramatically reduce the cost per serving compared to prepackaged meals or MRREs, while also allowing you to quietly stockpile without competing with other buyers during shortages. Unlike freeze-dried meat, which can be pricey and limited in variety, vegetables remain widely available and can fill the gaps in both nutrition and meal diversity. Strategically, freeze-dried vegetables are a survivalist's secret weapon. They ensure that your family maintains proper nutrition even when access to fresh food is impossible, support digestive health during high-stress situations, and can elevate bland rations into meals that are both filling and satisfying. They are a low-risk, high-reward addition to any prepper pantry, capable of sustaining energy, morale, and long-term health for years. For anyone serious about preparedness, these vegetables are not just a supplement, they are a necessity. Item 2. Freeze-dried fruits, nature's long-lasting energy boost. Freeze-dried fruits are more than just a sweet treat. They are a critical component of any long-term food stockpile. While many preppers focus heavily on grains, beans, or meats, fruits often get overlooked, despite being packed with vitamins, antioxidants, and natural sugars that your body can rely on during emergencies. The freeze-drying process preserves nearly all the nutritional content while removing moisture, which is the primary culprit behind spoilage. When stored in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers or mylar bags, freeze-dried fruits can last 20 to 30 years without refrigeration, making them one of the most reliable and space-efficient ways to maintain essential nutrition. Nutritionally, freeze-dried fruits are a powerhouse. They provide vitamin C, potassium, fiber, and antioxidants, all of which support immunity, heart health, and energy metabolism. In survival scenarios where fresh produce is scarce, these nutrients become essential to avoid deficiencies that can lead to fatigue, weakened immunity, or poor cognitive performance. Unlike sugary snacks or artificial bars, freeze-dried fruits offer natural, bioavailable energy that keeps you going without the crash associated with processed foods. They are also incredibly lightweight and calorie-dense, which makes them perfect for bug-out bags or secondary caches where every ounce counts. Versatility is another key advantage. Freeze-dried fruits can be eaten directly as a snack, added to oatmeal, granola, or cereals, blended into smoothies if liquid is available, or rehydrated in water to complement cooked meals. Even a handful of freeze-dried berries added to rice, pasta, or soups can improve flavor, color, and nutrition, turning basic survival rations into more palatable, morale-boosting meals. For families, this can make a critical difference in maintaining morale and willingness to stick to limited rations during extended emergencies. From a storage perspective, freeze-dried fruits are incredibly practical. They take up minimal space, do not require refrigeration, and are resistant to pests when sealed properly. Unlike canned fruits, which can be heavy, bulky, and prone to denting or leakage, freeze-dried fruits remain light and easy to rotate in your pantry. They also allow preppers to quietly stockpile a variety of fruits without drawing attention or triggering panic buying during shortages. Cost-effectiveness adds another layer of appeal. When purchased in bulk from reliable suppliers, freeze-dried fruits provide thousands of servings at a fraction of the cost of prepackaged emergency meals or snack bars. This makes them a smart, low-risk investment for anyone serious about food preparedness. Strategically, freeze-dried fruits are a survival game-changer. They provide essential vitamins and antioxidants, a natural source of energy and versatility in meals while remaining long-lasting and easy to store. For preppers, they are a way to maintain both physical health and morale in a long-term emergency, ensuring that basic nutrition doesn't become a casualty of chaos. Simply put, freeze-dried fruits are a must-have addition to any serious survival pantry. Compact, nutrient-dense, and reliable for decades. Item 3. Freeze-dried eggs, a protein powerhouse that keeps for decades. Freeze-dried eggs are one of the most overlooked yet essential survival foods for long-term stockpiling. While fresh eggs spoil in just a few weeks and powdered eggs often lose flavor and nutrients over time, properly freeze-dried eggs can last 10 to 25 years when stored in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers. This longevity makes them a true staple for preppers who want a reliable, nutrient-dense source of protein that doesn't require refrigeration. The nutritional profile of freeze-dried eggs is impressive. They are packed with high-quality protein, healthy fats, essential vitamins like B12 and D, and minerals such as selenium and choline. These nutrients are critical for maintaining energy, brain function, and overall health during extended emergencies when fresh foods are scarce. In survival situations, protein is not just about satiety. It's essential for keeping muscle strong, supporting immunity, and maintaining the body's resilience. Eggs are one of the few foods that provide a complete amino acid profile, meaning your body gets all the building blocks it needs without relying on meat, which may be unavailable. Beyond nutrition, freeze-dried eggs are remarkably versatile. They can be rehydrated with water and used just like fresh eggs in scrambled dishes, omelets, baking, or even in sauces. In emergencies where cooking resources are limited, freeze-dried eggs can also be eaten in powdered form mixed into oatmeal, pancakes, or other staple foods, providing protein and calories without complex preparation. This adaptability makes them invaluable when you need quick, reliable, and nutritious meals. Storage is simple and practical. Keep the eggs in a cool, dry place in airtight packaging, and consider using oxygen absorbers to extend shelf life even further. Unlike fresh eggs that can crack or powdered eggs that can clump and degrade, freeze-dried eggs remain safe and flavorful for decades, even in less than ideal storage conditions. Their lightweight, compact form makes them easy to stack in a pantry or pack in bug-out bags, ensuring a portable and dependable protein source during crises. Cost-wise, freeze-dried eggs are a smart investment. While the upfront price may seem higher than powdered eggs or fresh cartons, the decades-long shelf life and high nutrient density mean you get far more value per serving. In survival situations where access to fresh protein may be restricted or expensive, these eggs can sustain a family without requiring frequent resupply. Freeze-dried eggs are not just about calories, they provide essential nutrition, flexibility in meal planning, and peace of mind. Their ability to last decades while still delivering high-quality protein and fat makes them one of the smartest additions to any long-term freeze-dried food stockpile. In a scenario where every calorie and nutrient counts, freeze-dried eggs stand out as a practical, reliable, and versatile survival food that preppers ignore at their peril. Item 4. Freeze-dried cheese, a long-lasting protein and fat source. Freeze-dried cheese is one of the most underappreciated survival foods that deserves a spot in any long-term stockpile. While many preppers focus on freeze-dried fruits, vegetables, and meats, cheese often gets overlooked, yet it offers a unique combination of protein, fat, and flavor that can turn otherwise bland emergency meals into something satisfying. Unlike regular cheese, which spoils within days or weeks, freeze-dried cheese has had nearly all moisture removed, giving it an incredibly long shelf life of 20 to 30 years when stored in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers. This means it can remain safe, nutritious, and ready to use long after other dairy products would have gone bad. The nutritional advantages of freeze-dried cheese are substantial. It's a concentrated source of high-quality protein, essential for maintaining muscle mass and energy during prolonged emergencies. Its fat content provides long-lasting energy and helps the body absorb fat-soluble vitamins, something critical when your diet may be limited to grains, beans, or canned goods. Beyond calories and macronutrients, cheese is rich in calcium, phosphorus, and essential micronutrients, which support bone health, nerve function, and overall wellness during times when access to fresh dairy or fortified foods is impossible. Freeze-dried cheese also offers remarkable versatility. It can be rehydrated to resemble fresh cheese for cooking or simply crumbled into dishes for flavor and texture. Sprinkle it into soups, stews, pasta, or casseroles to make meals more palatable and satisfying. In emergencies where morale and mental comfort matter just as much as nutrition, having a flavorful, familiar food like cheese can make a huge difference. Even without rehydration, many freeze-dried cheeses can be eaten as a snack, providing an instant protein and calorie boost. Another huge advantage is its compact storage and portability. Freeze-dried cheese is lightweight, easy to stack, and doesn't require refrigeration, making it perfect for bug-out bags, secondary caches, or limited pantry space. It's virtually impervious to spoilage and fluctuating temperatures, so whether it's stored in a cool basement or a slightly warmer cupboard, it remains safe for decades. Its long shelf life combined with nutrient density makes it a strategic choice for anyone looking to maximize efficiency and preparedness. From a practical perspective, freeze-dried cheese is also cost-effective when compared to constantly buying fresh or processed cheese. A single package can last decades and provide dozens of meals or snacks, making it a smart investment for preppers looking to stretch their food supply. In survival scenarios where access to fresh dairy is unlikely, freeze-dried cheese ensures a reliable source of protein, fat, and morale-boosting flavor. Ultimately, freeze-dried cheese isn't just about calories. It's about sustenance, convenience, and the ability to maintain a sense of normalcy during long-term emergencies. Its long shelf life, culinary flexibility, and concentrated nutrition make it one of the smartest freeze-dried foods to prioritize when building a resilient, long-lasting pantry. Item 5. Freeze-dried milk, a staple that stays fresh for decades. Freeze-dried milk is one of those survival foods that most people completely overlook, yet it's an absolute powerhouse when it comes to long-term nutrition and practicality. Unlike powdered milk or condensed milk, freeze-dried milk undergoes a specialized process that removes virtually all moisture without sacrificing its nutritional value. This means it can last 20 to 30 years when stored in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers, far outlasting standard dairy products that spoil in days or weeks. For preppers and anyone building a resilient pantry, it's a game changer. The nutritional profile of freeze-dried milk is impressive. It's packed with high-quality protein, essential for maintaining muscle and overall body strength during times when fresh meat or eggs might be scarce. It also provides calcium, vital for bone health, and fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, which support vision, immune function, and overall cellular health. During extended emergencies or blackouts, having a stable source of protein and essential nutrients can prevent malnutrition and help maintain energy levels, especially when the rest of your diet relies heavily on grains and legumes. One of the biggest advantages of freeze-dried milk is its versatility. It can be rehydrated for drinking, poured over cereal, used in baking, or added to soups and sauces to enhance both flavor and nutritional content. Imagine being able to make bread, pancakes, or creamy mashed potatoes without relying on fresh milk that might spoil within a few hours. It can even be mixed with coffee or tea, providing a comforting sense of normalcy when other foods are rationed or limited. In essence, freeze-dried milk isn't just a survival food, it's a morale booster that makes long-term emergency rations more palatable. Portability and storage efficiency are also major benefits. Freeze-dried milk is lightweight, compact, and easy to stack, making it perfect for small apartments, secondary stockpiles, or bug-out bags. Unlike liquid milk, it doesn't require refrigeration, won't curdle, and is virtually immune to spoilage in fluctuating temperatures. Even in heat waves or poorly climate-controlled storage spaces, it remains safe to use for decades when properly sealed. Moreover, freeze-dried milk is incredibly cost-effective compared to repeatedly buying fresh or powdered milk. Investing in a supply now ensures you have a long-lasting source of essential nutrients without having to worry about frequent restocking, price surges, or scarcity during crises. For families or preppers, this food provides a stable foundation for creating balanced, nutritious meals, making it a strategic choice for both everyday preparedness and extreme scenarios. In survival situations, it's not just about having calories, it's about having quality nutrition that supports endurance, cognitive function, and overall health. Freeze-dried milk delivers all of this, quietly waiting on your shelf until it's needed most. Its long shelf life, broad culinary use, and dense nutrient profile make it one of the smartest freeze-dried foods to prioritize when building a long-term, resilient food supply. Item 6. Freeze-dried chicken. Long-lasting protein you can count on. Freeze-dried chicken is a survival staple that often flies under the radar. Unlike canned chicken, which can suffer from flavor loss over time, or frozen chicken that needs constant refrigeration, properly freeze-dried chicken can last 25 years or more when stored in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers. This makes it an ideal protein source for long-term prepper stockpiles, giving you a reliable, nutrient-dense food when fresh meat is unavailable. Nutritionally, freeze-dried chicken is a powerhouse. It's high in complete protein, B vitamins, and essential minerals like phosphorus and selenium, which are critical for maintaining energy, cognitive function, and overall health during emergencies. Protein is essential not just for staying full, but also for preserving muscle mass and immunity, especially in survival situations where other protein sources might be scarce or expensive. One of the major advantages of freeze-dried chicken is its versatility. Once rehydrated, it can be used in soups, stews, casseroles, stir-fries, or even shredded into rice and pasta dishes. In survival scenarios, this flexibility allows you to transform a simple staple into a wide variety of meals, keeping both nutrition and morale intact. Even in situations with minimal cooking resources, freeze-dried chicken can be mixed into instant meals or eaten as is after rehydration, offering a quick, convenient, and filling protein option. Storage couldn't be simpler. Keep freeze-dried chicken in airtight Mylar bags or vacuum-sealed containers with oxygen absorbers, stored in a cool, dry, and dark environment. Unlike fresh or frozen meat, you don't need constant refrigeration, and it won't spoil if power is out or storage conditions fluctuate. Its lightweight and compact packaging also makes it perfect for long-term pantry storage or bug-out bags, ensuring protein is always within reach. From a cost perspective, freeze-dried chicken might have a higher upfront price than frozen or canned meat, but the longevity, nutritional density, and convenience make it a worthwhile investment. In times of crisis, when fresh meat is expensive or unavailable, this food will keep you well-fed without the stress of sourcing perishable protein. Freeze-dried chicken is not just about calories. It's about dependable nutrition, adaptability, and peace of mind. Its ability to last decades while providing high-quality protein makes it one of the most practical freeze-dried foods a prepper can stockpile, giving you confidence that your survival pantry can sustain you for the long term. Item 7. Freeze-dried herbs and spices, the flavor and nutrition lifeline. When most people think of freeze-dried survival foods, herbs and spices rarely come to mind, but they absolutely should. Freeze-dried herbs like basil, parsley, cilantro, oregano, and rosemary may seem minor compared to bulky staples, but in an emergency, they can completely transform your meals. Unlike fresh herbs, which spoil quickly, freeze-dried varieties can retain their flavor, aroma, and even some nutritional benefits for 10 to 15 years if stored properly in airtight containers away from heat, light, and moisture. That means even when everything else in your pantry is old or bland, a pinch of these herbs can make your food taste fresh and appetizing again. Flavor is only part of the story. Herbs and spices also boost nutrition, providing antioxidants, trace vitamins, and compounds that support health in subtle but meaningful ways. Parsley is packed with vitamin K, which supports bone health and blood function. Cilantro contains compounds that may aid in detoxifying heavy metals, and oregano and thyme have antibacterial properties that can support immunity. In survival scenarios where access to fresh produce may be limited, these small nutritional contributions can make a surprisingly large difference over weeks or months. Spices such as freeze-dried garlic, ginger, chili flakes, or turmeric are even more versatile. They not only enhance taste, but provide functional benefits. Garlic is known for immune support, ginger helps with digestion and inflammation, and chili peppers can stimulate circulation and metabolism. When your diet is primarily composed of rice, beans, pasta, or other long-lasting staples, adding just a teaspoon of the right spice can turn a monotonous, bland ration into a meal that feels almost gourmet. And in high-stress scenarios, the psychological impact of enjoyable meals cannot be underestimated. Practicality is another key reason to stockpile freeze-dried herbs and spices. They take up very little space compared to other survival foods, making them perfect for small pantries, bug-out bags, or secondary caches. A single vacuum-sealed bag of freeze-dried herbs weighs almost nothing but can last for years, allowing you to flavor dozens or even hundreds of meals without ever running out. Because they're already dried, there's no need for refrigeration, and they can be easily incorporated into freeze-dried soups, scrambled eggs, mashed potatoes, rice dishes, or even pasta. This makes them one of the most versatile and overlooked items for long-term emergency preparedness. Stocking these herbs and spices is also economical and efficient. While some freeze-dried meals or protein powders can cost several dollars per serving, a single container of freeze-dried parsley or basil can season hundreds of meals for a fraction of that cost. And unlike other emergency foods that may require careful rotation, herbs and spices are resilient and maintain quality over time, making them a set-and-forget addition to your long-term pantry. Beyond nutrition and practicality, freeze-dried herbs and spices also provide a critical morale boost. When everything around you feels sparse or repetitive, having flavorful meals can keep spirits up, provide a sense of normalcy, and encourage better eating habits even in stressful conditions. In the context of survival, morale can be just as important as calories. Meals that taste good are more likely to be eaten, ensuring your family gets the nutrition they need instead of avoiding food out of frustration or boredom. When it comes to long-term preparedness, not all freeze-dried foods are created equal. Many people think they need the most expensive or flashy options, but the truth is that some of the most overlooked items, freeze-dried fruits, vegetables, eggs, cheese, herbs, and even specialty items, offer exceptional shelf life, nutrition, and versatility. These are the foods that will actually last decades if stored properly, and that can keep you and your family fed, healthy, and even satisfied when traditional grocery options vanish. Stockpiling isn't just about hoarding calories, it's about smart, strategic choices. Each of the items in this list brings something unique to your pantry: protein, healthy fats, essential vitamins, or flavor that prevents rations from becoming monotonous. When supply chains are disrupted, the convenience of shelf-stable foods can mean the difference between scrambling for scraps and maintaining a sustainable, balanced diet. Practicality and efficiency are key. These freeze-dried foods take up minimal space, require no refrigeration, and can be stored for years, sometimes decades, without losing nutritional value. They can be used in countless combinations, from hearty breakfasts to nutrient-rich snacks and complete meals, ensuring your pantry is not only stocked, but functional. By prioritizing these long-lasting essentials over trendy or overpriced options, you can save money, avoid panic buying, and maintain food security even during blackouts, natural disasters, or extended emergencies. Lastly, never underestimate the importance of morale. Food isn't just fuel, it's comfort, routine, and stability. Meals that taste good, feel familiar, and provide proper nutrition can keep stress levels manageable and support mental health during challenging times. These freeze-dried staples are more than just survival food. They're a strategic advantage, a reliable backbone for your prepper pantry, and a way to ensure that your family can thrive when others are left scrambling.